do you mean? Oh, when you're not your head, yes, but you wanna say no, what do you mean? Hey, when you don't want me to move, but you tell me to go, what do you mean? Oh, what do you mean? Said you're running out of time, what do you mean? Oh, what do you mean? Better make up your mind, what do you mean? You're so indecisive what I'm saying. Trying to catch the beat, make up your heart. Don't know if you're happy or complaining. I want us to end, where do I start? First you wanna go to the left, then you wanna turn right. Wanna argue all day, make love all night. First you're up, then you're down, and in between. Oh, I really want to know, what do you mean? Oh, when you're not your head, yes, but you wanna say no, what do you mean? Hey, when you don't want me to move, but you tell me to go, what do you mean? Oh, what do you mean? Said you're running out of time, what do you mean?
This tutorial requires beginner to intermediate skills, takes about 40 minutes to an hour to prepare and about the same amount of time to apply. We usually leave our prosthetics to dry overnight, so have that in mind time-wise. A face cast will give you the best results, of course, but you might try with a bowl as well. Starting off with a latex paste mix, that is liquid latex and baking flour. We add a little bit of flour, we start stirring, and if it's too loose, we add a little bit of flour, and we go on until we have something looking like this. Sort of like cottage cheese. We apply the latex paste to our face cast, and we of course leave holes for our eyes for later. Then we dip our fingertips in liquid latex and start smoothing those surfaces out. You can shape this into anything you like basically, but since we are doing a sort of skeleton-ish thing, we want to leave a hole for the nose there. Just the tip of the nose, we'll leave that open. Then we dig out the eyes. Then we break out the plastic lenses of a crappy pair of sunglasses, cheapo sunglasses, and put them in upside down, making a sort of inward slope there on the eyes. Then we go in and adjust our nose a little bit, breaking it up, making it look more like a skeleton. Pushing the edges away, just making it gory and messy in there. Perfect. We have run out of latex paste, so time to create another batch. Stir, stir, stir that flour and latex, and then we apply that to the upper lip there and start working our way to create the smile. Of course, you can work the other way around if you want to make a badass looking angry face instead, but we went for a kick-ass smile. And you can either use tools or your nails to get distinct lines, just like this here. Just run that nail along the edge to get it really, really nice. Heading on with the lower part of the smile, the lower jaw along with the lips, and that's pretty much the same process. Align that up to meet the other lip you just created, and use a lot of that liquid latex on your fingers to make the edges and everything smooth as silk. Well, probably not smooth as silk, but smooth enough. And then we're going to create a sort of lip here by pushing our finger down into that latex paste. And make sure you have a lot of liquid latex on your fingers when you do that for the best results. So push in like this, creating a little lip definition. Then simply go back and smooth that jaw part. I'm shaping lips with my fingers. In Swedish is jag formar läppar med mina fingrar. Wrapping up some of that detail work on the nose there. You can shape it any way you like, of course. And then we leave this to dry overnight, just like that. looking awesome. That's a cool smile indeed. And hey, Das Lynchen SFX, you need to check this account out. There is a lot of cool stuff going on there. Gory, nasty, messy. Go give her a follow. Now our prosthetic has dried overnight and it's time to peel it off. Apply a little bit of flour along the edges as you peel it off, and yep, just rip it without ripping it. Haha. Okay, trim off any excess latex there, and then separate the lower part from the top part there. Just cut away in the middle of the smile, so that you get two pieces, one upper piece like this, and one lower piece like this. Yeah, hello, time to put it on. But to put it on, we need to put away the hair, that is. Then throw on that ball cap, boom. Yeah. To apply our prosthetics, we first smear on some liquid latex onto that ball cap and those areas that will touch the mask when it's on our face. So all points that will get attached to that mask, make sure they have latex as well as inside the mask, but not, of course, over your eyes. So always be careful not to get that latex into your eyes. Slap that prosthetic on. Yay, looking good. And there is a wide hole underneath so you can both breathe and talk without any issues. Then we switch to black color because we want a deep black within that mouth. This is a grease-based color, so simply smear that on. Make sure it covers all of that smiley area, and then the same procedure, liquid latex onto our prosthetic and put it in place. To give the whole mask the same kind of texture, we line both the edges as well as a lot of that ball cap with liquid latex. This gives it the same sort of texture and the color will respond equal to those materials. So, time for some shading and contouring, and we start off with a brown tone, creating a hollowed out look for our eyes. And we also use this brown tone for that shading to really emphasize the areas that we want defined on our mask. In this case, the skull, the temples, and also defining our jawline a little bit extra. This will, of course, help us deepen the overall 3D effect of the mask and really make those shapes of the mask pronounced and popping. And right about now, Ellie realizes that the mask actually looks really fun when he makes silly faces. Alright, so switching to a foundation, and of course, it's up to you to match that up to your skin tone, or whatever tone or color you want for your crazy smiley skull thingy. So with that base of foundation in place, we head in for some highlighting using a white cream color, and of course that highlight goes on to all those little bony looking parts that are protruding out from our mask. So this will really make them pop along with that shading we did. This is going to be really awesome. And you want to make sure that highlight goes back onto the actual head as well, so not only on the mask. And to deepen our eyes, we switch to a black tone. Simply line that with a little bit of color. It doesn't matter if you get it on the actual glasses, you can always wipe them off later. And then we blend that in, deepening the eye sockets further. And we continue with that black tone to deepen all of that shading we have lined out before. This will really push out our cheekbones, that little shadow underneath there. And again, we're working our way back onto the head as well to make the head and the prosthetic look like one piece. And of course, if you are planning on going to a party with this look, you should naturally paint the backside of your head as well. We don't do that at this time because we are going to shoot this from straight forward. So if you're wondering why we never paint the back of our head, so there you go. There you got it. So again, time to emphasize some of those protruding parts and add that white tone to achieve that. Blend it in. The more you do this, the more of that skeleton tone will come through. I should also point out that if you think this paint job looks a little bit rough, it's because Ellie she can see out, but it's not like super detailed vision through that. No problem moving around and stuff like that, but the detail work is pretty difficult with that mask on, with those glasses. And we extend that color downwards onto our neck as well to make the whole thing look connected. A little dark brown on that nose to deepen it further, as well as for our lips on the inside there. Perfect. Then we can switch to some gory, nasty blood. This is sort of a clotted blood, and we add that to our nose, making that look really nasty, and we also line our eyes. We go over and randomly place that onto our face and head. And if you really want to make this super nasty, you can always check out our skeleton zombie tutorial and sort of combine those methods with this one to achieve a really, really gory face. This was all filmed during a live Twitch feed, so make sure you drop in and check us out on Thursdays, 2100 hours Central European time. And there you go. There is the nasty little smiley face. And we actually, before shooting, added more blood sort of running in those black hollowed out eyes, so it would look even gorier. And it looks something like that. There you have that blood. So, there we go. If you like this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family on the internet. Help us grow, and hey, don't forget to subscribe and watch all of our 200 plus videos of crazy madness and weirdness. See you next time. Bye.